Well, welcome back folks. You join me back in the greenhouse, and if you join me on the last video, we started the seed sowing. Well, as we approach the middle to the end of February, that continues, but don't get too excited. Although the sun's out now, it's still only about 11 degrees, although in the greenhouse it's around about 20. First seeds I'm going to be looking at this time is the celery. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I plan on preparing one of the Growing Made Easy series of how I grow celery from start to finish, because I seem to be quite successful with celery, although some people struggle. Normally I put the seed in water and put it in the fridge for 24 hours and then put it on the compost, and that in the past has proved successful. However, I've reverted back to my original way and I've sown directly onto the compost in these little 7cm pots. And all I'm going to do now, I've sprayed the surface so it's moist, and I'm just going to give that a light top dressing with vermiculite, and I'll just compare how the two work, and from there, getting the best results, I'll be able to start my new video. The two varieties that I'm growing are the Latham self-blanching and another one called Blush, which is also self-blanching. And looking at the seeds, as you can see, it's quite fine seed on there. It's moistened, so now I'm just going to give it a light dusting of vermiculite on the top, and then they go straight in the propagator around about 15 to 18 degrees. So that's the celery sorted. So these will probably go into the propagator in the house, because I think that's set at 18 degrees. And that'll give them a decent start to get them going. So I'm fortunate to have 3 large double VITOPOD propagators and also a single one and all. So getting stuff germinating is no issue for me. Where the problem does arise is once they start growing, popping up, and when you need to pot them on, you do need a footprint then, probably 4 or 5 even more times than you go. So do bear that in mind. And that's specifically why I do hang back from sowing too early, apart from the onions, that is. Just looking at my seed box now. This is one of them. I've got 2 of these. I've got my seeds in there. Just going to have a look through these and see which I can think about getting underway now. As we approach the end of February, I usually start sowing some brassicas. Although this time of year, especially now, the weather's just right for sowing lettuce. They like a germination, not too warm, around about 15 degrees. So I think that'll be the next thing we'll have a look at. Another thing I'd like to mention regarding the use of propagators and starting seeds early. One of the biggest battles the gardener has is to prevent the seedlings from going leggy, and that's when they go tall and thin. And there's 2 factors what will affect that. One of them is the seedlings are struggling for light. And this time of year we haven't got much light, and that's why a lot of people use grow lights to make artificial daylight and trick the seedlings into thinking we've got plenty of sun, and then they just grow normally. But the other thing is heat. Once my seeds have germinated, I knock the temperatures right down once I've potted them on, and they go to round about anything between 12 and 15 degrees, nothing hotter than that. If you keep the heat on too much, that will actually encourage them to grow as well, grow too quickly, and of course that will reduce the amount of bushiness they have, and they'll still grow stringy in that. So 2 things to bear in mind: get as maximum light and reduce the heat once they've popped above the soil. And a quick look through the seed boxes. There's 2 crops jumped out straight away, ideal for planting now, and they are the spring onions and lettuce. For the new growers amongst us, these are ideal candidates for what we call successional sowing, and all that means is that you sow them at set intervals, so that by the time the first one matures, you got another one coming up behind it, and then you can sow another one in front of that, and it's like a continuous cycle. And say lettuce and both spring onions are ideal crops to do. Obviously the distance between the planting times will vary depending on how long these take to crop, but you should get an idea off the seed packet. Spring onions are really easy crop to sow. All these are little 9 cell trays. Just put a depression in with your finger around about 12mm deep, I do. And then I'll get the seed, just do a little pinch and put a group, 8 to 10 seeds in. And these will grow, and you'll plant them out as a block like this, each plug, and it'll grow just like a pack you'd buy from the supermarket. You can of course sow them in a straight line in the drill, but I find this method much easier and quicker. If you're looking at the timestamp on the video, you might think you're in a bit of a time warp. No, it's not happened. I took a bit of time out. I've been doing some jobs in the house, in the loft. I've been adding extra insulation. And part of that job turned out to having to clear out of some of the junk that I'd stored up there. So that took quite a while. And talk about generating extra space. I spent yesterday having to clear out in this greenhouse in the garden. Now, this greenhouse is only an 8x6, and consequently over the allotment I've got a shed of a 6x4 shed, but that stores mostly my nets and stuff like that. So I have to keep my tools inside this, and that does take up quite a lot of space, and over time things don't get put back and you end up climbing over everything. So yesterday I decided to take a day out, emptied all the greenhouse, took all the mats up, swept the floor, got all the dirt out and put everything back, and again I had another clear out and got rid of quite a lot of stuff. Everything now is in its place, ready for the start of the season. I've filled all my jars up here, and I got all my feeds and whatever, and watering cans and pots and whatever. So now we're ready to get going and sowing. So let's crack on. Another job I've done today is potting on the cactus. These are long overdue. I have this one to do, but I can't find a clay pot big enough to suit that, so I'll have to pop down the garden centre and get one and put that in a new house. The potatoes have started forming the chits, as you can see. These are the variety called Charlotte. Next door are the main crops, Sao Palmyra. If you've watched the last couple of videos of mine, you'll know that I've cut down on the number and varieties of onions that I'm growing this year. I'll give you an update on that probably in the next video. I've got some in here and in the VITOPOD over there, and also some in the loft. We're actually in need now of pricking out. However, I am going to be growing one more variety, and this one's called Walla. I was at an event recently in London and caught up with King Seeds, and they got a new variety introduction this year, and I do believe this is an American heirloom variety. Just quickly reading the notes on the packet here, it produces large round bulbs full of sweetness and crunch, but very few tears, due to its mild taste, low aroma compared to other onions. Delicious and sweet from the first bite when eaten raw in sandwiches or salads. It sounds just right for me, so I'm going to give them a go. I'll probably sow them in these 7cm pots, as I say, because I only want 10 or maybe 12, and they'll probably see me through for this year, and they'll decide then if they eat the playlist for next season. So okay, let's crack on. So that's the Walla done and dusted. I'll just put a little bit of fine vermiculite on the top and give them a spray just to dampen them in. I will be putting these into the VITOPOD in the house because it's set at a slightly higher temperature than the ones in here. So they should be up and running within probably a week or so. As we run through March now, time progresses, I'll be starting sowing in earnest and be looking at probably the vegetables, more or less the brassicas. So I hope you join me in the next one. Until the next time, stay safe. Bye for now.